In Monroe County, there are more than 14,000 people living with disabilities. According to the 2005 American Community Survey, more than 16% of Indiana residents age 5 and over have a disability.
My son Alex was born, we thought, normally developing, and then when he was about 7 months old had several strokes. My husband and I quickly figured out that he probably was not going to lead the kind of lives that we had led. And he wasn't going to probably be independent. He was always going to have these physical disabilities as a result of his strokes. He was going to have mental, cognitive delays. Unfortunately, as a result of strokes, he's incontinent, so he's always going to need somebody to assist him with personal care.
There are more children in need of service than ever before. According to the 2005 U.S. Census, families raising children with disabilities are more likely to live in poverty. 45% of mothers with an infant with a disability cannot return to work due to a lack of child care. Families with children with disabilities have higher divorce rates, lower incomes, and a higher incidence of emotional difficulties. People with disabilities face challenges entering the workplace. According to the 2004 Harris Poll, 66% of people with disabilities who want to work are not employed. Options, a non-profit organization, is the largest and oldest provider of in-home services and support to people with disabilities in South Central Indiana. Options provides quality group living, in-home support, supported employment, and behavior management so that people with disabilities can live, work, and thrive in their communities.
Alex has he gets time twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, with a staff member from Options who takes him out into the community. And he's 13 years old now, and because of his disabilities, as he's gotten older, it's harder for him to make friendships. His peers don't seek him out. It's harder for him to build relationships and friendships with his normally developing peers. So when his staff person comes twice a week to take him out, he thinks it's one of his best friends coming to get him. And they go out, they go to the movies, they go to the mall, they ride the bus, they go to the library. He thinks he's out and about in the community just having fun with his friend. And what he doesn't realize is that he's learning how to pay for things, he's learning how to order food, how to navigate through the city on public transportation. All the while he's out having fun with his friend, he's really learning things that are going to help him to be independent one day.
Options partners with individuals with disabilities and their communities to bring about self-directed and fulfilled lives. Options provide services including supported employment, supported and community living, affordable housing, continuing education, behavior support, and respite services so that families and caregivers can take a break from the daily routine of caregiving.
We strive to find employment opportunities for our clientele, and particularly the sooner you can start working with a person who has a disability, the better chance they have of having some sort of fulfilling career. Of course, that means not only are they going to have a more satisfactory life, but as members of the community, the amount of funds that we're going to have to spend to support those people is going to be reduced.
Well, why is it important to support an agency like Options? And the truth is that people with disabilities are always going to be with us. And the government does some of its part in providing funding and services for the disabled, but it's not enough. We also have to rely on the philanthropy and generosity and charity of the people that live here in Monroe County.
Funds from the government have just continued to be cut, not only Medicaid funds, but also other types of grants that were at one time available and pretty easy to come by. Every year it becomes more and more difficult.
There are hundreds of people on the waiting list for services. These are families who have a child with a disability or an adult with a disability.
And as the population ages, it's going to be more and more crucial that there are organizations like Options that are able to provide these services.
The people who are clients of Options are always going to need services of some sort. You know, once you have a disability, like my son Alex has, it's lifelong. It doesn't, it doesn't stop.
Some of our younger clients may be served by options for the remainder of their lives. So we're taking steps to try to make sure that we can fund this organization 20 or 30 years down the road.
The Options Board of Directors established an endowment fund in 2002 to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the organization. Income will be used to provide services not provided by government funding, helping people for years to come.
By helping Options, and this may sound trite, but you're really helping people who can't otherwise help themselves. The population that Options serves is really a vulnerable population, one that relies upon other people's assistance.
The importance of supporting Options is to know that your money is going to be absolutely spent in the right way. 9 out of every $10 that we receive goes to serve one of our customers.
If you're looking for a meaningful way to do some volunteerism in your life and to make a contribution to the community, you can't find a better agency than Options for Better Living to make sure that your time isn't wasted and that your money goes to a good cause.